Let me congratulate ourselves for the October 1 Independence Anniversary that was marked yesterday. I hope you people had a sober reflection and prayed for our country. Let me also thank you for coming and your patience. The reason why I called you is because of some disturbing situations we are having now in our country, which has to do with the judiciary, injunctions, counter-injunctions, which the new Chief Justice of Nigeria spoke about. The lower courts, with greatest respect, has become an enterprise whereby people with deep pockets can get any judgment or any injunction at will. And what is worrisome is that even when the Supreme Court has taken a position on a particular matter, you see the lower trial courts deviating completely after the matter attention has been drawn to it. That is what we call in law stare decisis. That is, the lower courts must abide by the decisions of the higher court. On the other hand, when Supreme Court have taken a position on a matter, all the courts below must abide by it. Court of Appeal, Federal High Court, whether you are Magistrate Court, Grand Cadi and all that, you must abide by it. But we find ourselves in a situation now in Nigeria where lawyers like me and even senior lawyers older than me at the bar have become an instrument of turning the judiciary not to be the hope of the common man. Even when the law is very clear on the matter, it is settled law that no court can stop INEC, by extension State Independent Electoral Commissions, from conducting an election. It is settled. Even the man on the street will tell you that you can't stop INEC, you can't stop SEC from conducting election pending determination of the case. Even with this provision known by lawyers and the justices they are bringing the case to, they will still go ahead to issue what one may call black market injunction. If the law has said you should not do something and you decided to do it, that is black market injunction. It is settled. You cannot stop INEC to conduct an election. By extension, you cannot stop SEC from conducting an election as it affects INEC mutatis mutandis. As it affects INEC, so it will affect ISEC. ISEC is a creation of the Constitution. Independent State Electoral Commission, they are a creation of the Constitution. It's not by man. And their powers are stated in the law. So for those who are shopping, who are on forum shopping, as was put by CJN, looking for injunction to stop local government elections, I think they are on a wild goose chase. And I will give the example with Rivers. My political party, like other political parties, have been campaigning for the election that's supposed to come up on Saturday. Some miscreants went to court to stop the conduct of the election. And another group of political parties also went to court in Rivers to compel the SEC to conduct the election. On the other hand, you have two different orders. One saying yes, go ahead. The other one saying no, don't go ahead, on the same subject matter. The position is that when you have such situations, the injunction saying yes and the injunction saying no cancel each other. As of today, there is no other stopping that election. That is even if I don't want to go to the point that nobody can stop any election conducted by INEC or ISEC in Nigeria, as the law is today. Nobody. So the Independent Electoral Commission in Rivers should go ahead without fear or blinking their eyes to conduct that election on Saturday. They will be on the side of the law. I don't know why we want to make trouble. And I think that on General Federation should call them to order. This is an institution that is acting based on the recent Supreme Court decision on local government autonomy. Now some people, after taking fermented brukutu, they want to go and stop it. The political parties will not agree. We know how much we have expended in our campaign. As I'm talking to you now, they are visiting local governments. Apart from the fact that the law is clear, which all of you are aware of, that you cannot stop INEC, no matter where you get the law from, the injunction from conducting an election in Nigeria. Mutatis mutandis, it affects the independent state electoral commissions. We cannot continue to operate like this. And that's why I said, with greatest respect, the judiciary should be careful of the politicians. When I left the law school, I practiced with Chief Rotimi Williams, #1 law officer in Nigeria, the doing of Nigerian law. He was always telling us on the black table that judges should not mingle with the society, not to talk of litigants. And the Baba, you will not see him in any social function except things that have to do with law or judiciary and maybe close family, wedding or this. He never attended any. And that was how we were brought up in law. But today, lawyers like me, some lawyers, have easy access to judges. They dine and wine. They do all sorts of things. Even what they do, you hear it on the street. I think the Chief Justice of Nigeria, we know her pedigree. We know her trajectory. She's a no-nonsense judge. She should put her feet down and clean the audience table. Those bad eggs in the judiciary, she must have to flush them out. It is hampering on our democracy. If democracy, this democracy, which we fought for, which we started fighting for when I was in my 20s, if it crumbles, judiciary will take greater part of the blame. So I wish to express my comfort with the clear and unambiguous position the new CJN took regarding zero tolerance for corruption by judicial officers under her watch. However, it needs to be emphasized that the matter of forum shopping by parties to suits in courts and deliberate conflicting judgments by judges, especially at the trial courts, have become scandalous. It has become embarrassing to many of us who proudly took to the legal profession. It is even more embarrassing that senior lawyers persuade their clients to sponsor such duplicitous processes for pecuniary reasons that affect them only. These scandalous and embarrassing occurrences have become the order of the day in both the Federal High Court and FCT High Court in the Federal Capital Territory. It is common knowledge that the heads of these courts who assigned these cases to particular judges are directly and indirectly culpable in the shame that all of us face in recent times. The CJN, therefore, is enjoined to put a necessary machinery in place to reassure Nigerians that the court is indeed the last hope of the common man. Her name will be written in gold if she is credited with cleansing and cleansing the judiciary. It is painful. You don't know what we lawyers are facing and seeing. And for those involved in forum shopping, looking for injunction here and there, it will not work. Federal High Court has equal jurisdiction. They are at the same level with any state high court. So when a Federal High Court gives an order different from the one given by the state high court on the same subject matter, as I said before, they cancel each other. So there is no order. So the State Independent Electoral Commission in Rivers should go ahead and conduct the local government election on Saturday. We are ready, political parties, we are ready. It is too late to go back. Somebody the other time asked me my locus in talking about Rivers. I have told you our locus. We are on the streets. We have been on the street for months, campaigning. And now somebody from somewhere, due to his own selfish ambition and interest, will sponsor people to go and stop the election. Election that the law have said you cannot stop any election in Nigeria. Judges that are issuing these injunctions, are they not aware of this provision of the law? That is what I would call in our parlance, the cocoa, that you cannot stop election. Assuming without conceding that that provision is not there, these two conflicting injunctions, one compelling the state INEC to conduct the election, the other one stopping them, don't give register. If you go to the law, the provision is there that even this ISEC will consult INEC in preparing their register. They're ignorant of the law. They don't know anything about the law. They just go and get injunction because you have money, go and get injunction. So once you have these two conflicting injunctions from two courts of coordinate jurisdiction, it amounts to nothing. They have cancelled each other. So there is no order, there is no injunction stopping them. So ISEC should not give us any excuse unless they will face litigation to pay us back our money and all the inconveniences. So ISEC in Rivers should go ahead and conduct that election. Heaven will not fall. They are looking for structure. The structure has left. Did you see the campaign going on? Rivers people are united on this matter. The Rivers people are united in this matter. It's like me in the Labour Party. If I leave tomorrow, I think that everybody working with me here will be loyal to me. They will loyal to the new man. But because they don't think, no matter how they'll be loyal to the new person because that's where their money is coming from. Where I come from, there is a proverb. Anybody that is carrying the palm front, as you carry them, they go. Now you go to go, they follow. Because what you are carrying is goat's food. Yes. Information I got from my party is that security did not seal it. I think it was the state government that was attempt that they are going to bomb the place as they bombed one of the party's secretariat. So I think the government alerted the security, so they are keeping watch of the place. It is not themselves. Security cannot do that because they have no power to do that. And should they do it, they would have held themselves out as being part and parcel of the problem in Rivers State. All you need to do is to keep law and order. You can't go to ISEC office to seal anything. It is protective. The police are there to avoid those people that bombed APP office from going to bomb ISEC office. You know, they are all mischievous people. Their own is their own, looking straight. I'm aware we got notice for this election around July, August. The 90 days is there. July. Are you hearing me? We got the notice is there. and all other processes, everything was published. If it was not published, how would the political parties be campaigning? And the people that should complain are the political parties, not bystanders who are looking for structure. Not bystanders. We are the people that should complain. We are not complaining because we have been campaigning. Those who don't want it are those that are sure that they're going to win one seat. They don't want it. But let us go to the field. Some will win, some will not win. Then we move ahead from there. You can't stop the election. The law has said so. Even when your case is pending, the Electoral Act has said that nobody can stop any case. No, Constitution has said nobody can stop any election pending the determination of the case. Election can go. It was attempted during the last election. It was attempted, yes. It was ignored because the law is there. You cannot reinvent the wheel. The law is clear. You cannot stop any election by INEC or ISEC until determination of the case. So the election can go ahead. If the court finds out that you are right, they can reverse the election. Like in the case of P2B. They can say, you go, you come in. Like the case of Amechi, you go, you come in. That is how the law is practiced in England, where we took our law from. And that was how we were trained in the job. In fact, this is the best question you have asked of all the three. Why do I say so? Because we are authoring a letter to the new president of the bar. Lawyers, most lawyers have become jankara lawyers. They fix things. And that is how they have been feeding. We don't have to call names. Most lawyers today. I wasn't trained. I was trained under a man that believed in the law. In all the cases, whether Supreme Court, Court of Appeal, if you mention Chidro Duran, I will be one of those that followed him. Because you must go with a junior. That thing has not left me. So when I see how lawyers behave these days, I say, is it not the same profession? This CJN, this new CJN, will show them that she does not only have teeth, she can bite with it. You will see what she will do. Because it's becoming embarrassing. Nigerians no longer have hope in the judiciary. Nigerians no longer have hope. If you go to other cases that doesn't have anything to do with politics, they do well, they follow it. But when it comes to politics, it is cash and carry. Why is it so? The way you have treated a matter in company issues, the way you have treated matrimonial cases, why not treat political cases that way? Our lawyers, most of our lawyers with respect, have become an embarrassment to the profession. Most of them will be brought to court and they'll be told to back the court, drop your wig, drop your gun, you walk away. That's how they derobe lawyers in England. You have been derobed right there. It has not happened. They must set examples of those who are bringing shame to the profession. I didn't study law that I wanted. When I was young, even in primary school, they were calling me a lawyer. Because I sabi talk. And I read law. And I entered into the best hand. And that's not what I'm saying today. I'm not sounding immodest. That is the truth. Every Friday on Black Table, Chief Rotimi Williams will always talk about the ethics of the profession. Because lawyers will meet every Friday on the Black Table, consider all the cases for the day, for the week, plan for next week. It's not so now. It's hard you get some of them that will not get their hand into it. And we must not continue to keep quiet. If nothing is done, very soon Nigerians will start calling out judges. It will get to that point in very short time. Nigerians will start calling them. Before, who are you to mention judge's name? Who are you to talk about him? But now they have started saying, justice this, justice that. Have you not started hearing it? Very soon they will start exposing them. The fact that you are my classmate, or the fact that you are my friend, or the fact that you are in-law, has nothing to do with the office you occupy. In making sure that it's justice. relationship apart, friendship apart. A judge should not mingle with civilians or litigants because that office they occupy is very high. But they should not put it to a point, God forbid, that people on the streets will be calling them out. That day would have been finished.